This video, I met this gentleman at SAVE, Southeast Adventure Vehicle Expo. His name is Mark Hughes, and he is an absolute, I mean, just hearing him talk about the things he's done and how he accepts life and what he does. I mean, I've said it before. There are two things you can do in life when you become injured or become, handicapped. You can feel sorry for yourself and not do a damn thing, or you can flourish and thrive and kick it in the ass and live life like you wouldn't, even 10 times better. And Mark flourishes and enjoys life because, when he came by in a wheelchair and I just talked with him, and I met his son. His son was one of the first ones I met when I set up camp. So I hope you enjoy this video. It was an inspiration to meet the family and friends. It was great, and I had a great time at SAVE. It was unbelievable. And I'll get more into that on another video, but this is the story or the inspirational for me on Mark Hughes. I hope you enjoy the video. Alright everybody, this is Ben, and thank you for joining us on this episode of the Semper Gumby channel. This weekend we are still at the Southeast Adventure Vehicle Expo. See, I did that without messing it up, and I've been here for 2 days. So say that 10 times fast. But I am here with a gentleman, Mr. Mark Hughes, and he is a resident of Florida. But you can't see right now because I'm going to show you something that's really cool. And we're going to talk about a story that's really serious, but it leads into something that's perfect that I'm going to talk about. So, Mark, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, it's great to be here.
And Mark is actually in a wheelchair. And this is not your normal wheelchair. And we're going to go into that a little bit more. So, Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I currently reside in Sarasota, Florida. I'm originally from Maine, so I'm a maniac by blood and trade.
Okay.
I got hurt playing football back in college. My son Josh was just a baby at the time. Matter of fact, he was actually in my 1974 CJ5, which is kind of cool. Kind of ties into the overland here. Okay. And when I got hurt and I broke my neck, life changed at that point. So, I made a decision to flourish and, started companies, built some businesses, had some wins, had some failures. Used to be a wheelchair athlete, used to play on wheelchair rugby league teams, and do a lot of camping and adventuring with my son. A lot of credit to him because now that I'm older, it's a little harder to get around.
Right.
And so getting around, what we found today, which we didn't have in the past, is access to power. And it's been a game changer for how we enjoy the outdoors now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were when you got injured, you had to go into become a chair ridden, get into the wheelchair. So that changed pretty much your way of life.
Yeah, right then and there. Okay. 1 second it wasn't, 1 second it was.
Okay. So basically, at that point, you had two options. You could stop doing what you were doing, feel sorry for yourself, or like you said, you could flourish and move on and enjoy life, right?
Right, yeah.
So you obviously picked the latter.
I have.
Okay. And so you started doing things that to enjoy life. So being in a wheelchair. Now this wheelchair is not your normal wheelchair, right?
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. It's really two devices.
Okay.
It's a wheelchair, and and then a separate device that clips onto the front of the wheelchair. So when you're at events like this that are literally miles and miles of vehicles, you know, your shoulders get tired pushing. So you clamp this on, and it's powered wheel, almost like a scooter. It's electric.
And we're gonna go in detail on that, because this thing is pretty awesome. Now, I used to do a lot of bicycle racing, so these Spinergy wheels are lightweight wheels, and I used to race on Spinergy wheels. So these spokes are actually Teflon spokes, so they're really light, and they're really strong. But you were talking about the Florida Adventure Trail. Now, last night we watched a video with the Florida Adventure Trail guys, and everybody thinks Florida is just a little bit of water and sand. It's not. The Florida Adventure Trail is mud, water, deep water, sand. It's not like on the West Coast or out in the mid part of the United States. This thing is pretty tough.
It was a great adventure, and we're really great testament to my son.
Yeah. Now, what did you guys do with it?
We did it in a 2022 Ford Bronco, Sasquatch edition, 35s, and there were times we had water over the 35s. There was one time I was in the vehicle and waters were over my boots in the vehicle.
Now, were you in a wheelchair at that point, that time?
We were in the Bronco, but the wheelchair was in the Bronco. So two of us lived out of a Bronco. We did 11 nights and 12 days. We camped, so he would set up a special tent for me, give me set up at night. He would sleep in the Bronco, I'd sleep in that, and we'd tear down early morning and hit the trail for 7 to 9 hours a day. It was an amazing trip. But the best part was we found some rescued animals. We added a family member, let's put it that way.
Awesome. So when you were on this Florida Adventure Trail, you said 11 days?
Yeah, we're 12 days, 11 nights. Days. Yeah, we broke it up into 3 different, 3-day, 4-night, or 4-night, 3-day, whatever vacations. And
so did you have this chair, or was it another chair? Or
this very chair right here? Yeah.
Did you have the power?
No power. There's no.
So everything was all manual.
All manual. Okay. Yeah, there was no room. All manual.
So it was like you had to suck it up. And
we were living out of a small vehicle and traveling well, and we nailed it. Yeah, I'm real proud to say to complete that whole trail is really quite an accomplishment.
And you did this with your son?
Yeah, I did it with my son.
And what's your son's name?
His name's Joshua Hughes.
Okay.
He's epic. He's part of, one of the founders of our little friend group called Sons of Liberty Overland.
Okay, where is Josh right now?
Yeah, he's right over here.
Josh, you want to come on over?
Yeah.
We want to bring Josh right in. Okay. How you doing, Josh?
Yeah, good, Ben. Nice meeting you.
All right. Everyone, this is Josh. And okay. So Josh has a YouTube channel, or they both have a YouTube. What's it called?
Well, Sons of Liberty Overland. We don't really do too much filming right as of yet, but we're going to start doing a little bit, mainly just for fun and to connect and meet other people that are in this space. But we're more active on Instagram currently, but you can go there to kind of follow the story of the Florida Adventure Trail, and it goes back to just hanging out with friends and working on our vehicles and modifying battery systems and all kinds of cool projects. So it's we have a good time with it. And we have one of our other members over here as well.
And what is your name, sir?
Hey guys, I'm Anthony Ramirez. I'm also part of our friend group, Sons of Liberty Overland.
Okay. So these guys right here, they're right next to me, and I'm in Creators Corner. They're right on the other side of the white flags. And when they came in, they were pretty awesome. They were one of the first people I talked with. Super friendly. They came over. They're big Bluetti fans. They have Bluettis in their vehicles, they have Bluettis in their tents, and so we kind of bond, and we're going to talk about the Bluetti stuff in a little bit, but I just want to do a brief overview. What kind of vehicle are you in?
So my vehicle is Audi Q3.
Okay.
So what I generally do is I pull a little teardrop camper called the Free Solo OG.
Okay.
With my Audi, and that's kind of support. So I use several Bluetti pieces like the AC180 and the EB3A as kind of support for my fridge that I leave in the back of the vehicle. And when we're off-grid camping like this, to be able to watch TV, a little bit of a creature comfort. It helps me fall asleep at night.
So movie night.
Yeah, so definitely with the panels, with the Bluetti panels and the EB3A and the AC180, it's allowed us to live a lot more off-grid. because not every campsite that you go to is going to have power. And so we really believe that some of the most beautiful campsites out there are generally ones without power. So, you know, having that versatility out there with those products is definitely
So have you had any problems with your Bluetti or anything like that?
So I had a minor issue with the EV3A's charging, but Bluetti was really quick to have me send it back in and get it repaired, and they had me up and running in less than a week. So I'm a firm believer and I stand by their products.
Okay, so the customer service was great?
It was incredible, yeah.
Okay.
They were quick to answer questions, they were quick to have me send it back to them, and they were quick to fix and resolve the problem and get it back in my hands so that I could be back out there.
So would you buy another Bluetti product?
I actually have. I'm waiting on the new Bluetti fridge that just came out a few weeks ago. We're excited. I was actually a little disappointed I didn't have it for here, but I know it's not supposed to be out for a few more months, but I kind of jumped on the bandwagon and bought it early, just because it's, like I said, just great, incredible products from Bluetti, and so I'm excited to be getting the new fridge soon.
I'm excited to get one too. He'll probably get his before I do. So thank you.
You got it.
All right. And what kind of vehicle you've got?
So I have a Ford Bronco, 4-wheel drive, 4-door. That's what we did the Florida Adventure Trail in. I have a couple different battery systems. My one built-in systems. My one portable one is the EV55. And Anthony and I kind of figured out through using it, we actually get out and use our stuff, and when we're camping, we're like, how can we make it more efficient or charge quicker or more comfortable? So in all the course of our camping, we wanted to modify that to charge it faster. So long story short, we're dual charging it with AC power from the vehicle's inverter, and I'm getting about 200 watts into that. And we boosted from 12 volt to 24 volt and charging it through DC power, and that's getting 180 watts in. So I'm getting a combined 380 watts into that battery bank, and if it was dead, I can charge it to full in about an hour and 20 minutes. So overall, I don't have huge capacity because it's a small to mid-sized vehicle, but my stuff can charge very, very fast, and we have solar inputs as well. So again, the fact that Bluetti can kind of dual charge AC and DC power, or solar and shore power, is a cool feature that we really like.
Are you happy with the Bluetti product?
Yeah, I've never had any issues with it. And I have the panels as well. I have 3 of the 200 watt panels. So right now, 2 of them are on the van, and 1 of them is on mine. Charging my
We'll go check it out.
Okay,
both
cool.
your guys' stuff here in a little bit.
Awesome.
And you know, Bluetti would, you know, I love my Bluetti stuff.
Yeah, no, it's solid stuff.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Anthony Ramirez here with Sons of Liberty Overland, and I just wanted to demonstrate a few things on how I use some of the Bluetti products when camping and kind of the versatility of it. So right now I actually have the AC180 connected to my tongue box and shore power, so I'm actually charging my internal lithium-ion battery for the camper, as well as powering it through solar here with my Bluetti solar panels. That's the 325 watt panel there, and we can come over here and see that right now I'm getting about 47 watts of solar
With the sun going down.
with the sun going down, and I'm pulling in through the AC180 oh, hold on, somewhere around 10-20 amps.
Okay.
So, you know, this thing would charge fully in about an hour.
Okay. And then you got your free solo camper that you're charging
Yeah,
up.
so this is my free solo camper. I ended up doing a fully independent system in the tongue box here with some panels on the front here that are attached to the camper, and then there's a battery inverter and charge controller in here.
Okay.
But again, I'm utilizing solar on the side because a lot of times I want to park this in a place that's shaded.
Right.
And as much as I like having these solar panels on here, these are actually the best when I'm going from point A to point B, when I'm driving on the road. And these are better for when I'm at camp, because I can move these and position these in an area where, you know, if I move these another 10 feet, I'd probably get another 100 watts out of them.
And these are your Bluetti, right?
Yeah, these are my Bluetti. I forget the model number, but
Right.
this is the 325 watt panel. I highly recommend supplementing, having a portable panel if you're gonna do something on your camper, because again, sometimes with shade, it's not possible. And this is short here, but I have extension cables. I can run this 50 feet away and get to the sun wherever I am. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys was refrigeration and kind of how I use my EV3A. I use it inside the vehicle for my TV because I have to have my creature comforts, but during the day it's usually in the back of the car, and I'm utilizing it to actually keep my fridge going here. So you can see that I've got my fridge in here, and we've got all of our, you know, great food inside here, keep it nice and cold.
It's probably not drawing anything because it's cold.
No, right exactly. Now. So yeah, so you know, a lot of times the great thing about these fridges is, you know, the compressors on them only come on when they need to cool things down, but it generally keeps it at a great. I mean, I can keep this fridge going all weekend on this small EV.
It only comes on when the compressor comes on. Exactly. That's one good thing about these fridges. It's just so efficient.
One of the things that Josh had mentioned before, the versatility of these things, is if you take a look at the input here, it's anywhere from 12 volts to 28 volts DC. So when we use a 12 to 24 converter, we're actually doubling the amount of wattage that we can get into this while we're driving. Yeah. It's going to require you to actually use thicker gauge wire in order to accomplish that, but the regular 12 volt gives this a maximum of about 50 or 60 watts. So bringing a 12 to 24 volt
heavier gauge wire.
Yeah, and using that inverter definitely will help, you know, a 12 to 24 volt converter so that you're inputting 24 volts into this thing. But like I said, I've had nothing but great luck with this product. It allows me and my family to go out and enjoy ourselves and utilize some of the creature comforts that we enjoy. So kudos to Bluetti.
Awesome.
Thank you, bud.
And I'll link everything in the description boxes below.
Perfect.
I'm glad you like your Bluetti products.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting on that fridge, man. I'm excited. I was the ice maker sold me, and so I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm probably gonna actually get another AC180T so that I have the removable battery stacks that are compatible with the new fridge.
Just check.
Super excited.
Yeah, when you're ready to do that, just be sure to check my channel because I'll probably have a discount code on there.
Awesome. All
right.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Care.
All right.
All right, so we're in the van. We have the AC200 Max from Bluetti. We actually did some pretty interesting stuff. We took the 30 amp output that's typically for RV. We ran that over to the van's electrical system, and we basically have the Bluetti running everything in the van. So the van's TV, the house lights, all the 12 volt is powered from this now. All the USB ports in the rear, we have a refrigerator. We actually have AC power in the van in different places, front and rear. That's all active off the Bluetti, so if you needed something AC power, like an electric kettle or whatever, you can plug into that, get AC power. Most of the stuff is 12 volt for the fridge, and the other cool thing is it dual charges, so we have an inverter installed back there, and that charges through AC power, and then we take the 12 volt DC power, step it up to 24 volts, and charge that a little bit faster. We're actually going to upgrade the alternator and do some other enhancements to charge it even faster. But the Bluetti is capable of doing, you know, kind of cool custom things like that. Obviously, check the owner's manual specs, do everything correctly and safely, but it is capable of, you know, taking a decent amount of power input to charge it. So that's one of the pluses that we like about it.
Yes.
You know, if you have bad days of solar, we have actually 400 watts of Bluetti panels on the roof right now. But if you're not getting good solar, you know, start the car and you can crank a lot of power into these things fast, which helps with.
And they charge awfully quick too.
Yeah. And it helps, you know, with electric wheelchairs and fridges and cameras and iPads, and there's a lot of devices we have to keep up. So
so Bluetti actually makes his life a lot easier on it.
Yeah, it makes it comfortable, right? Like, the electric chair we don't have on every camp, but ones like this where it makes sense to. It's great to have the extra power. It's nice to not have to worry about the fridge, and you know, you can have your have that going. So yeah, it's good.
Awesome.
Good
That's awesome.
piece of equipment.
Cool. So on the Florida Adventure Trail, I bet you it was awesome having a son to go on to share that adventure with, and you know, create that memory. I mean, it's something that you can't, you know, it's just a lifetime of a memory that you can create that you have forever.
It's a treasure.
Yes. That's awesome. And
appreciate ya.
So having him with you was pretty awesome to share with your memories. So.
And we've doing a lot of them. That's just one.
And that's something that will be forever. And that's why I love doing YouTube, because it's not about making money on YouTube. It's sort of like having a time capsule or a photo album that you can share with people that doesn't have the opportunity to do that. So
I couldn't agree more. I got a confession. 70% of all the television I watch is on YouTube, and it's usually watching adventures. Somebody going and building memories, out overlanding. I mean, that's what I follow and enjoy, and it's like, I think it's better than doom scrolling all the time.
Right.
It's healthy, it's fun, and I really believe that the creators are one of the heroes of our industry, the unsung heroes, because it impacts so many people watch this stuff, and the production value. Like, I'll see a couple, you know, they're going through South America in an old vehicle, and the production value is amazing.
Right.
You know, it's authentic, and there's life lessons in it, and you creators are helping to create the industry, which are creating all of this wonderful stuff for our too, and it's creating jobs, because you just look around, right? There's so much innovation here, so my hat's off to you guys.
Yeah, I don't have cable. I watch YouTube, and I learn from YouTube.
Me too.
And this creator corner here was put in touch with all these other creators, and you know, and they made me feel like they were part of the family. You know, I came here solo, but I'm leaving here with 25, even 30 new friends that we became family, you know, and it's pretty awesome.
I hope you consider all of us as part of that.
Yes, everybody that I've met here I consider as my YouTube family.
Yeah.
But
and by the way, these guys, if you think everybody's getting rich doing this, let me tell you, this is hard work, right? What these guys are doing, the time, the effort, you know. Sometimes people say you should film more stuff. We're out enjoying the moment, so thank you for, you know, being a creator. Seriously.
Thank you. Well, you know, we're going to show people here about your wheelchair. Now, this wheelchair here, can you reverse it just a little bit? How do you reverse?
Go backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can really turn it.
Okay.
Actually, let me just pull it back.
Okay.
Manually.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Great. Let me get the power cord close by, so when it's time to plug it in.
Okay.
I got it right here.
Okay.
I'll leave it up.
So who's this made by?
This is made by Rio Mobility.
Okay. Now, how did you end up with it? Did they contact you?
You know, I contacted them. You know, I was doing a talk here. I did a talk on adventure. Actually, it was called Getting Out of Beyond Your Comfort Zone, Adventure Travel with a Handicap. Like, 'cause so many people, just because, you know, everybody has challenges, and you still can get out there and enjoy the fresh air, get out in the nature, meet great people. And so, you know, I always thought, gosh, I've had a blessed life. I've been doing this for 40 years. I've done epic canoe trips up the Allagash waterways and St. John waterways. I've done, you know, road trips around the country, and then overlanding like this at Florida Adventure Trail. But what's nice about you know, doing all this is that you can do it, and it's not what I have a saying, it's not what you push, but it's what pushes you. So if you want to get out there, don't let your fears, don't let, you know, start out easy, go to a park for an afternoon, go to a state park for one night, get out there and camp. And we started in tents, and we got all this gear now, but we had just as much fun in tents and, you know, all of that. And yeah, you'll have a miserable cold night once in a while, but the memories you build will be amazing, right? It comes with, obviously takes a battery, and it's a 350 watt motor that turns the wheel. It's a 36 amp battery, and this battery just needs to be recharged once in a while. So that's where Bluetti comes in real handy for me in my van, and also we'd like to demonstrate how easy it is to charge this up, and I'll let you know. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been running around the expo all day. There's so much to see, but put a lot of miles on this Firefly, and so I'm about to get some free juice. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Bluetti. So how are we going to do that?
Well, gang, this is the new Bluetti. I'm going to hand this to you for just a second. This right here is the new Bluetti AC240. It's going to be hitting the market very soon, and I was here at the Expo showing everybody what this 2,400 watt 1536 watt hour power station can do. This thing is a beast, and I'm going to do a more detailed video coming up in the next couple weeks, maybe next week. But when Mark came up, he said, I need to charge my wheelchair. What a perfect way to help this outstanding person out and power up this AC240. So we're going to power up and then charge his wheelchair up at the same time. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we'll grab the plug from that. We'll go ahead and plug it in, and we are going to turn on the AC power. And it'll 146, 149. And how can you tell if you're getting power coming in? Is that the
Blue light, yeah, it's charging.
Do you have any other indicator? When it's fully, it turns.
Yeah, I do have an indicator up here that I can turn on. It takes a minute, and it shows battery levels.
Okay, battery levels. Okay, we'll check that in just a second. But right now, we are showing 156 watts to charge up, and we'll see how long it takes to charge up to. What are you showing? About half right now?
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, now I'm about 80%. So
okay, we'll see how
top off.
We'll see how long it takes to charge it. What's it normally take to charge you up?
3 hours.
3 hours,
4
okay.
hours there if it's fully empty.
Okay. We'll just see how long that takes, and while we talking about a little bit more about this. Okay, gang. So we are charging up the wheelchair. We're going to just let it charge and see what this Bluetti AC240 can do. But it gives me a chance to do a real life. This is real life situation. We're not, you know, just charging this wheelchair because he was just riding around. It needs power. All right, gang. So the Bluetti AC240 is pumping about over 160 watts into the wheelchair. What do you guys normally get at home?
Oh, like half that.
Half that, yeah, out of a power from a wall side 110 at home. Yeah, so
I don't know why, but
well, this AC,
awesome.
You know, this AC240, it can power up a RV 30 amp. But I want to thank you for sharing your story with myself and our viewers. You know, it's just amazing. I always find it amazing how someone can, you know, there's two ways someone can handle a handicap or handle something when life throws you, you know, deals you the cards. And that's why my channel is called Semper Gumby. Semper Gumby means always flexible, and you have to accept life and challenges as it comes. And you know, you don't control the hand that you are dealt. You can control the cards that you have in your hand, how you play it. So I want to thank you for sharing your story. That's been really great. We apologize for all the noise. They're lining up for the trail, all these cars, but I'm sure you guys can hear us. And what was the Instagram channel that they can go to?
Yeah, if you'd like to learn more about our whole group, some of our adventures, how we build things, it's Sons of Liberty Overland, and we're on Instagram. And I'll post all that stuff in the description box below. You know, I enjoyed sitting down, and you gave a talk yesterday too, right? A little, what was it called? Yeah, it was basically beyond your comfort zone. It's how you can, basically empowering campers, empowering people with disabilities or challenges to get out and enjoy nature, get out in fresh air, get out with your friends. And by the way, you can't do it alone. I couldn't do it alone. Yeah. You know, find some friends and yeah, everyone needs help. Absolutely. Everyone needs help, and don't be afraid to reach out. Right. You know, if you are feeling down and stuff, you know, there's always somebody that you can reach out to. Right. So reach out, and you know, there's always somebody there. So, but anyway, you know, I've got to leave tomorrow morning at dark 30. I got to break down camp tonight. But, you know, if you got any questions, pop them in the comments below. I'll post all the links and everything in the description below, their Instagram channel. So subscribe, like, and comment. I appreciate that.
I had a great time out here, and I will be at the Brushy Mountain State Prison in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then I'll be at the Moore Expo at the Storytellers Row. So if you weren't able to come out here and see me and talk and hang out, we'll do it up in Springfield and we'll do up in Tennessee. And come out, visit me, come see Hoku, come check out all the Bluetti stuff. I'll have a cooler, hopefully Bluetti. If you have the cooler, we can show it off, and come hang out. And I look forward to seeing you all. And don't forget to visit our Patreon page, become a Patreon subscriber. That helps out a lot. Until then, I'll catch you on the next video, and adios from Stark, Florida. This is Ben. I'll see you on the next one.